Hello everyone, welcome back to Clusterbmilkshake. I am your host, along with support puppet Mr. Chicken. Yes. Today we're going to talk about psychological warfare, and I'm going to focus on in relationships, but if you keep your mind on also the spectrum of religion and cults, government, military, medical doctors, and unfortunately, psychiatry. Now, this is not a blanket statement that all psychiatrists use psychological warfare, but I have heard stories where there's some real shade out there, and they are doing these things that I'm going to point out to you to get you to conform to their mind control tactics, and will do things to you. Dude, you would die if you heard some of the fucking bullshit that I've heard these people do. Okay? I love you, Dr. Mark and Dr. Ann Ruth. Don't worry, I'm not talking about you. Okay. So, the first tactic in psychological warfare is trust. You, the person, the perpetrator, the psychopathic person, is trying to gain your trust. Okay? So you feel safe. They are taking care of your needs, usually your mind, the way that you perceive yourself. They're going to flippity flip-flop that at first to build you up, okay? They're going to be good listeners, and they're going to be very understanding. They are going to become your savior. Have I done this in relationships? Oh, yes. Yes. This is the, putting your best foot forward. You're not going to see anything yucky about me. Everything's great. And if I do expose anything non-flattering about myself, it's so you cannot use it against me. Number two, that we're just alike. Yeah, me too. Me too. This means that I can empathize with you. Now, you don't know if it's cognitive empathy or emotional empathy. You don't know, because all you're thinking about is the reflection you're getting back about yourself, which is positive. Okay? Then, after that has been established, they will guide you. Okay, and this is with advice on how to fix yourself. This is done in isolation. So you are going to be very much enmeshed with this person. Not only are they saying wonderful things about you, things that you deserved in the past, whether it was in your childhood, what you deserved that you didn't get in past relationships, whatever the fuck it is, they know what's best for you and what you need. You told them, what you need. This is why I always tell you to zip it. But sometimes when you're going to somebody new comes into your life, or you're reaching out to some shady ass fucking guru that you do not know, you don't know the manipulation, okay? I'm telling you now. So you are going to watch so these things don't happen to you. I've heard way too many stories about fucking chicks going to male gurus and shit, and then them inserting some sexy sex into it, get you attached. Psychiatrists or psychiatrist type therapists saying that women need to be more sexually liberated because they're all fucking, clamped up inside themselves, and then they're using the sexy sex, okay? All right. They are the only ones that you can trust. This is due to the whole isolation thing. If there are groups of people, and you will see this in cults too, they are taking you into small groups, usually one-on-one as well, because you have to feel that you have a special bond with this person. You can see this everywhere in the world, different huge groups, say like politics, wars, one's against the other, any versus stuff. And especially in relationships, secluding you away from friends and family, anyone that you can reality test with. But usually the psychopathic person is so deeply ingrained into your brain with the trust, the safety, the understanding that nobody else understands you better than them. Nobody's going to protect you more than they will. Okay? Then they're going to make you paranoid. They're going to make you paranoid that everybody's out to get you. So after they have you coveted, that they are your safe space, they're the ones that protect you. They're the ones that know better for what is better for you. Then they're going to make you paranoid, and this will be paranoid that your friends and family are out to get you, new people coming to your life, job offers, places that you want to move, going on trips. They're going to make you fear that there's always danger out there and only they can protect you. Okay? They can do stupid shady shade. I was watching this documentary of this dude who was doing all these tactics, and this is why I'm taking down all the notes and everything. And he was trying to make a woman paranoid, saying that the government is out to get her because to get to him. So he had all these government ties and everything. He lied and said he was in the military and all this stuff. But he did have, he was acquainted with a lot of high status people, had pictures to show. But he's all saying that, he's been in jail before because, corrupt police and blah are all fucking out to get him and stuff. So it's plausible, right? But if you don't think that people are shady, you're going to believe that he's telling the truth. Now, he can send emails, threat phone calls, with voice changing, all this other shit to make you paranoid, to where now he's going to isolate you from your life and get you to move away from your friends, family, life, job, career, whatever. Now, this was so fucking hilarious for me to watch because I had a dude do that to me before. He was paranoid. He said that the government's out to get him. He said that I could get killed to get to him. And I fucking laughed. Okay, now I'm not a person that you can scare very easily, obviously, okay? So I was just like, that's interesting. Nobody's gonna tell me what to do, so I'm just gonna stay with you. Nobody tells me what to do. And it's so funny that that subject never came up again. Okay. Then, just a side note, I just want to put this out here too, that sometimes the email sending to make you paranoid, say your partner is very worried about being cheated on or whatever, So what he'll do is he'll send dating app, he'll sign you up for dating apps, but it's going to go to your email. It's going to go to your email because you have to confirm through your email to set up your dating app. So he's going to go to different dating apps and he's going to send a whole bunch of request-a-thons to your email, and you're going to become paranoid that he's going to see this and think you're cheating. I had this happen to me too. And it's like, and I knew that it was fucking bullshit because I don't get dating app emails to this one specific email. I have a very specific email that I would use dating apps for. And so I'm like, and it freaked me out. So I went to dude and I'm like, somebody's fucking with me. I didn't know if this was a test or if he was going to use it to prove that I'm a cheater. I did not know, but I did think it was him and he was shade. I did. Okay. Then they can use drug or alcohol, drugs, weed, edibles, anything, psychedelics, alcohol, anything to, make you unclear. It's so much easier to implant suggestions, gaslight you, fuck you up, because you're not going to remember things that happened. And then when you are sober, they can say that you did a certain thingy thing. And then you're like, I don't fucking know. I don't know. That doesn't sound like me. I don't know. I don't think so. That's not my character to do that, whether drunk or not. But, if you are adamant about the thing, okay. Now, the thing is because I have ADHD, I've also had this happen to me too. So it's like, I'm just like, I don't know. But I don't fucking care. And, it's, if my brain does a thing, my brain does a thing. I don't know. It's possible that I moved your shit and don't remember. But when somebody starts to just keep digging and telling you that you're a fucking, a deceitful deceiver and blah, but you're not sure if you did the thing, for me, I'm like, fuck you crazy, and I leave. I'm out of there. So I want you to remember these things because you need to get the fuck out when this is happening. You don't fucking stay, okay? You are being tested to see how much gaslighting you are going to allow, all right? All right. Now, after getting you to admit that you did something that you didn't, you have to confess. You have to apologize. And then it will be documented for blackmail, usually to extort money from you at a later date. You see this with religion, cults, and shit like that. But getting you to apologize for things that you haven't done, men can understand because women do this a lot with men, wives and everything. It's like, you don't care, you don't, but, and then they have to apologize and fucking, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? But in toxic relationships, the dude can also be like, you, why didn't you, and blah. And if your person has fucking OCD or some sort of controlling behavior, anxiety disorder, depression, whatever, they're going to blame you for them not having for their anxiety. You know, how come you didn't do the dishes? Why didn't you bleh? How come? You fucking suck as a human, you know? Anyways, then to get really, really bad, and the military uses this too, is sleep deprivation. So if you're really, the shock and awe thing, you know, they're going to, it's just like drugs. So if you are sleep deprived, we're getting into Guantanamo Bay shit here. Fucking one step to waterboard your ass. But keeping you awake. Now I've had this happen to me too. Now this is, and it's just like, get the fuck away from me. You know, leave me the fuck alone. I'm always a flighter. It's like, I'm just gonna fucking get the fuck out of this bullshit. And I know that people are, you're always threatening to leave. Stop being a fucking weirdo. Stop being a weirdo. Stop making me have to protect myself. Okay? And you guys should be protecting yourselves too. So they will not let you sleep, or they will keep you from sleeping by waking you up in the middle of the night. They will use light to mess with your circadian rhythm. I believe that's what it is. You know, so you're going to be all discombobulated when you wake up in the morning. Shining lights on you. You know, turning on lights when you're sleeping. But I just have to get something out of the room. Shining the fucking phone in your face, light and everything like that. And it's going to fuck with your sleep. You guys need to fucking have a nanny cam and shit around, dude. If you're feeling all fucked up all the time, and get some goddamn proof. Get out. All right? Because this is fucking disgusting. Anyways, when you are sleep deprived, you will also, seeds will be planted when you're in a suggestible state. Okay? You know how sleep meditation or hypnosis to help you stop smoking, things like that. Listen to this, put them in your earbuds and listen to this while you're going to sleep, you know. And then you get into the I don't know what the fuck state, but you get into that state, and then suggestions can be planted in your head. Now this is some real psycho ass shit, but it fucking happens. If you see all of these other little things starting, it's not going to get better, it's going to get worse. Okay? So I'm going to shame the shit out of you if you do these things to me. I'm going to leave you to be a real fucking bitch. You do the shit back. How do you like it? It's not a fucking good time. Or whatever. I had, I was fucking falling asleep, and I had a dude put some fucking borderline video in my face. He was mad. I fucking... He was being a shit. I said, I feel sorry for your ex-wife. He was mad at me. And he put a borderline video in my face, trying to suggest that I have borderline flavor. He's trying to fuck with my head like I'm the fucked up one. No, bro. No. You already knew who I was. Maybe you got some flavor. Flavor. All right? Okay. Then we have punishments and silence. Punishments, I don't even need to go through what all the punishments could be, but the biggest one would be the silent treatment. The silent treatment, they're not even going to fucking talk to you. They're not even going to pretend that nothing didn't happen and just move on. They do want to punish you. So you never ever say anything that hurts their pussy feelings ever again. that you are going to fall in line. You are going to walk on eggshells. You are going to be sure that I'm in the power position, you stay fucking below. And I'm pissed. So fucking, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. This can turn into violence, okay? So the punishments, if it's not silence, which your brain thinks that is physical abuse anyway, that they are going to lay hands on you in some way as a punishment. They can not just lay hands, but they can put, just playing around, locking around your throat, putting a fucking, a knife up to you, or just playing around, making little threats and stuff, biting you. Anything, slapping you in bed. Oh, we're just playing, no. Or they can just straight out be punching you in areas that people cannot see. All right? Thankfully, in the documentary that I was watching, this man was doing this to college-age kids. And he did all of these things. And thankfully, that they started to wake up one at a time and escape. They were still fucked up in the head, but they just needed that one little spark of, I gotta get the fuck out of here. There's something wrong. So he was able to lose control slowly, just like he was able to gain control slowly over the majority of the kids, but they left one at a time. At least, after the first person left, that's when they started to slowly trickle away. You just need that one person to have enough strength to be like, I'm fucking out of here, man, and leave. And none of them went back, thankfully, though there was one woman there were two women. One he would call his wife, and she was totally fucking brainwashed for the longest time. She finally snapped out of it, but the other one was going to go to prison to, be like, no, he did nothing wrong. He did nothing wrong. She had to make a fucking choice, and she finally woke up and was like, what? But his daughter was involved too, and she got 4 years in prison. He got 60. All right. So, you believe you can't escape when all of this is going down. Like I said, there was strength and these people were able to make it out. Other people do not feel that they can make it out, and they unalive themselves just to leave. They are so broken down. Psychological abuse leads to self-criticism, self-doubt, second-guessing almost everything you do, your memories and events, increases shame, guilt, makes you feel unwanted, unloved, unlovable, broken, and a shell of a person. You are left with depression, anxiety, and PTSD. So I'm telling you these things, so when you start to see the shift, you're gone. You're gone. You are documenting everything yourself. If you have nobody to talk to, and even when you do have somebody to talk to, you're going to fight against what they're saying. You're going to fight against the reality of what's actually going on. But write it down in your own words. Write it down. See if you're making excuses for yourself so you can stay in this relationship where you don't know why you're staying. It's because The seeds were planted for trust, safety, the breadcrumbing, the listening and understanding, and this person being your savior that you want back. That's not coming back. If you wake up, you're going to see that they don't like you at all. Pay attention. Pay attention. The breadcrumbs are a lie. The hate for you, which is projected hate from them, is the real, okay? Get the fuck out. All right, so let me know if any of these things happen to you. Also, this will be a huge red flag, is them using your name. I'm telling you, they're using your name all the fuck time. I want you to feel disgusted when that's what they're doing all the fucking time. They're using your name. Dude. Now, I'm not saying like when somebody puts my name, in comments and everything. I'm talking with your personal relationships, and they're saying your name all the time. It's so fucking weird. And it's also in the book, How to Influence People and Win Friends. That fucking book, it's to influence you like some sort of authority. This is why when your parent is pissed off at you, they say your first, middle, and last name, right? And of course, I've had this done to me too. I'm like, fuck you. Anyways, I hope that was helpful, interesting. If any of this happened to you, please share with the class so everybody's helping warn each other. Yes, I have done these things up to the sleep deprivation. The only time I ever did a sleep deprivation was when I caught my ex-husband fucking around online, and I woke his ass up at 2 a.m. just to fucking bitch and complain. And he was going to be all discombobulated, okay? Yes, I did that fucking shit on purpose. I was anxious and I wanted to fuck you. Okay? All right. Yeah. So have a great and healthy day. Stay away from those predators. Namaste.